In late 2023, Pakistan began a mass deportation campaign targeting undocumented foreigners. In October 2023, Pakistan's government introduced a policy aimed at expelling foreign nationals lacking valid visas, no documents, or those who had overstayed their visas by more than a year. This initiative mainly impacted undocumented Afghan nationals residing in Pakistan. At the time, the United Nations estimated the Afghan population in Pakistan at around 3.8 million, while Pakistani officials believed it was closer to 4.4 million. Afghans made up approximately 98% of all foreign nationals in the country. By January 2025, more than 813,300 people had returned to Afghanistan as part of the repatriation campaign. The Pakistani government justified the move by citing rising crime rates and incidents of violence, including suicide bombings, with a particular focus on Afghans, but the move hasn't drawn global media attention because of the scale of the deportations. Or, for the personal stories behind it, stories that stretch back over 4 decades. Since 1979, millions of Afghans have crossed into Pakistan fleeing conflict, Soviet invasion, civil war, Taliban rule, and more recently, the return of the Taliban in 2021. At its peak, Pakistan hosted over 4 million Afghan refugees, making it one of the largest refugee-hosting countries in the world. Some of these refugees have lived in Pakistan for over 40 years. Entire generations were born and raised there. Many have never seen Afghanistan, but will be deported if they are undocumented. Pakistan's government announced it would expel all undocumented foreigners, citing national security concerns, a struggling economy, and rising tensions with the Taliban government across the border. The Pakistan government said, "This is not targeting any one nationality, it is a legal matter of documentation and sovereignty." Despite those claims, the policy has overwhelmingly affected Afghans, who just fled into Pakistan for refuge but have no documents. Many left behind homes, schools, businesses, and communities. In some cases, people were detained in holding centers before being deported. International organizations, including the United Nations, have raised concerns. They warn of humanitarian risks, especially for Afghans who fear persecution under Taliban rule, or who have little support or shelter upon return. Forced returns, especially without due process, risk violating international refugee protections. Pakistan, however, maintains that it has shouldered the burden long enough, and what began in 1979 as a temporary refuge has ended for many in forced return.